Hi, my name is Anubhav and I'm Technical Marketing Engineer at Cisco Systems working for Security Business Unit. This is a short video on Cisco Adaptive Security Virtual Appliance installation on VMware Fusion. And at the end of the video, I will also install RESTful API plugin on ASAv so that I can access ASA using APIs. Before I move ahead into this presentation, let me share agenda with you. I'll start off this video with ASAv overview. I'll talk about open architecture, multi-hypervisor support, multi-virtual switch support. And then I will talk about Cisco ASAv platform, where I will share a couple of slides on available models of ASAv and datasheet numbers. Then I will move on to next topic, centralized policy management and automation. And at the end of the video, I will do a live demo of ASAv installation on Fusion and configuration of RESTful API plugin. Cisco ASAv overview. Cisco ASAv is a virtual form factor of a well-known firewall ASA. It is based on open architecture. We have currently support for multi-hypervisors such as KVM, Hyper-V, and VMware. We also support multiple virtual switches like DVS, AVS, Nexus 1000V, or any Open vSwitch. We can also integrate ASAv with Cisco application-centric infrastructure. There is a flavor of ASAv that is available for AWS environment as well. If you visit Amazon Marketplace and look for Cisco ASAv, it is available there. You can deploy it in routing or routed mode. We have also opened our ASAv firewall management and configuration so that you can use RESTful APIs. Currently, there are two models of licenses supported: perpetual license and creating a license pool using smart licensing. It lets you purchase a license in bulk and assign licenses to virtual appliances using a token number. Let's move on to our next topic, Cisco ASAv platform. Currently, we support Cisco ASA V5, V10, and V30. Presently, 100 meg is supported on ASA V5, 1 gig is supported on V10, and 2 gig is supported on V30. In case if you are planning to use it for lab purpose and you are not planning to install license, you can use it, but there is a restriction. Traffic is restricted to 100 kbps and maximum concurrent connection cannot exceed more than 100. All these models are supported on Hyper-V, KVM, and VMware. This is a very good slide. I have added this slide so that if you're planning to design your network, you can look at numbers. These numbers are available in Cisco ASAv datasheet. So whenever you plan ASAv, look at these numbers and plan your model accordingly. Let's move on to our next topic, centralized policy management and automation. On left hand side, if you look at the automation part, it talks about application policy infrastructure controller or APIC controller. We have a device package available for ASAv, which enables you to stitch ASAv in traffic path and lets you configure ASA config, dynamic routing with fabric L3 out, or dynamic ACLs. When I talk about right hand side of the slide, it talks about Cisco ASAv programmable and API driven policy management and control. So this is our management strategy. We can access ASAv and ASA firewall using ASDM or security manager, Cisco security manager. We have also opened our interface so that users using OpenStack or any third-party tool that uses API can also control our devices. It can also integrate with TLF or Cisco Application Policy Infrastructure Controller or API controller. So let's begin with the demo. Before I begin with this demo, let me tell you what exactly I'm going to do. First of all, I will download a couple of files from cisco.com. I would be downloading Cisco ASAv software and RESTful API plugin. Once I have required software with me, I will open VMware Fusion and install ASAv on top of Fusion. Then I will get management access to ASAv. Once I have management access, I will add a couple of commands on ASA to enable ASDM access. And then I will log into ASDM and upload RESTful API plugin onto ASA. And then I will enable RESTful API management and configuration. So let's move ahead and start with our first step. Let's go to cisco.com and download required files. I'm now logged into cisco.com, and in order to download required softwares, I'll first go to support. Then I'll click on all downloads. I'll go to security. I'll then select firewall. Then I'll select ASA. Then I'll select ASAv. Now I'm connected to ASAv download page, and from this page I will download two softwares. First one is ASAv software. I will be installing this software on VMware Fusion, and I'll select latest version of ASAv code. So I'll download virtual appliance for package for VMware. Accept license. I'll go ahead and save this file. So while this file is being downloaded, I'll go back to ASAv download page and download REST API plugin from here. Accept agreement again. I'm downloading latest version 1.2.2 of REST API plugin. I'll go ahead and save this file as well. So while these two files are getting downloaded, I'll pause this video and resume once I have required files with me. I'm back now. I have downloaded both files, ASA software file as well as REST plugin file. So this file, highlighted file asav-esxi.ovf is ASAv software file, and REST API plugin is to be uploaded once we have ASAv running on top of VMware Fusion. So let's go ahead and click on ASAv ESX file. As soon as you will click on that file, it will launch VM installation wizard. On first screen, just click on continue. Now here you have option of specifying name of your VM instance and specify location where you want to install this file. I'll leave default option and click on save. I will now accept license agreement. I will leave default options on this page at the moment. Will not customize anything as of now. Just click on finish. I don't require IDE right now, so I'll click on no. So entire ASAv installation will not take more than 2 minutes. First it will install software, and then ASAv will reboot and then boot with the exact configuration. So now booting process has begun. It will take around 1 or 2 minutes at the max to install ASAv on VMware Fusion. So installation is successful. Now ASAv is shutting down and rebooting itself. Rebooting process has begun. So we are now in ASA. I'll go to configuration and straight away start this process by assigning IP addresses. Interface management 0/0, name of management, security 0, IP address DHCP set route. I'll make this interface as client, DHCP client. I'll configure gig 0/0 interface as outside interface. IP address 192.168.200.1.255.255.255.0. No shut. Interface gig 0/1. Name F inside. IP address 192.168.100.1.255.255.255.0. No shut. Interface management 0/0. No shut. Show IP. Presently there is no IP address on management interface. In order to assign IP address, I'll go back to settings here, and network interface 0 is mapped to management 0/0 interface on ASAv. So I'll select share with my Mac option here, and I'll go back to my ASA. I'll do a show IP. I'll go to management interface, management 0/0, shut it, and I'll do a no shut again. It should get IP address from, yeah. So now I have 172.16.152.130 IP address assigned on the management interface. Next step is to configure SSH and ASDM on this ASA. HTTP 00 management, or before that I will enable HTTP server. HTTP 00 management. Now I'll enable SSH also. I'll generate crypto. Let's say yes for new key pair generation. Create a local user account, username Cisco, password Cisco 103, privilege 15. I will enable authentication local for SSH and for ASDM access as well. Let me verify configuration. I have IP addresses. Let me see show interface include up. So I have my outside interface as up, inside is also up, and management interface is also up. Let me do show nameF. I have security levels assigned. Show run SSH. I have enabled SSH on management interface. Show run HTTP to verify management access, ASDM access. I'll save this configuration, and now I will try and launch. Before that, let me have a look at the IP address. It is .130. So I'll go ahead and launch ASDM. IP address is 130. Username is Cisco, Cisco 103 exclamation. I'll click on continue. So I now have ASDM with me. Next step is to upload REST API plugin. So in order to upload that, I'll go to configuration here. On the configuration page, I'll go to device management. From device management, I'll go to REST API. I'll click on upload. So I'll now browse to the location where I've saved that file. So I'll go to desktop. I'll go to this file. I'll select my file, click on upload. File is uploaded successfully. I'll click on OK. Now I'll click on enable and click on apply. So now my REST API plugin is uploaded and enabled. Let's go and verify in command line as well. This process is taking a little bit time, so I'll just minimize this ASDM and I will go back to ASA command line. Show run REST API wipe mem show IP .130. I will now go back to Chrome, and IP address of my ASA is 172.16.252.130. I'll go to this URL. This URL is a REST API document page. So I'll go ahead and click on understand risk and add exception. So finally we are in REST API documentation and console window. In this demo, what I will do is I will log into ASA using CLI and add a network object. Then I'll come back to this window, REST API console, and export that configuration as Python script. Once I have Python script with me, I will go back to ASA CLI and delete previously created network object. And then I will go back and initiate Python script to add object group back to ASA. So let's begin with our first step, adding network object. So I will go and type show run object just to see if there is any object already created. No, there isn't any. I'll create object network, name it as INS, subnet 192.168.100.0/24. Show run object. I have that object here now. I'll type write mem to save this configuration. I'll go back to REST API console, and here on left hand side we have a lot of functions. Since I've created object group, so I'll click on object group configuration or object configuration, and I've created network object, so I will be clicking on post because I need to post this back to ASA, so I would be using post response, exporting post response, and I will export it as Python script. So I need to copy this green colored text onto a Word document. Before that, I have few commands that I will copy on my Word document. These commands would be required in my Python script to verify my SSL information. I'll go back to that window here and copy everything to make sure that I copy till the last word. I will go back to my Python script here, go to next line, paste it, keep only text, format it. I will just copy this again and paste it here next to URL lib2, remove unrequired spaces. Now next step is to add my object information here after this equal to sign. So I'll now go back to this window again, and this time I will click on get information. In get information I will mention name of my object, click on get. This is what I need to copy from here, and I'll go back to my script again, go to this, make sure that there is no space after equal to sign. Self link is also not required, so I'll remove self link. Object ID is also not required, it would be created at the time of creation of the object, and the extra comma is also not required. I'll go ahead and remove it. Now it's time to save this file as ASAv, this is name of the file, dot dash script dot py. I'll save it on desktop as plain text. I'll say use both, so my file is saved as py.txt. I'll just go ahead and rename it to py only so that it can become Python script. Use py. I'll minimize or close this script, and now I'll go to my terminal. I have already installed Python package on Mac, so I'll go ahead and straight away type ls just to see if that file is available there or not. Yes, it is. So I'll type Python. Before this, I'll go back to ASA, type show run object. Object is already there, so I'll go ahead and remove that object. Clear config object, show run object. So there is no object at the moment. Let me go back to terminal and type asav-script dot py, name of username and then password. I'll hit enter. So create is successful. I will now go back to ASA, type show run object. So object is now created. So using this method you can export your existing configuration and create a Python script. There are a lot of options available. You can export your configuration as Python, Perl, or JavaScript. Make your changes and then push it back to ASA. That will save you some time while deploying a device. So that's it for this particular video. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching.